Hey guys, it's me, Plush and stuff, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Fanverse Funko FNaF Plushies that just released. So let's take all of them out. So as you can see, we got Popgoes the Weasel, got Candy the Cat, put him right there, and Blake the Badger. So these guys are part of the Fazbear Fanverse initiative. Basically, this thing, Scott Cawthon set up to promote like fan games, like classics, such as Popgoes and Five Nights at Candy's. These guys got some plushies. These guys are all GameStop exclusive, and unfortunately they're not available anymore on the website, at least at the time of recording this. I don't know if they'll go back in stock or not, but yeah, I just decided to review them. Hopefully they come back so you guys can get another chance to get them. But yeah, so I guess we're just gonna get started with Blake, because I already reviewed him in another video, which will pop up right here probably if I decide to add that in or not. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of quickly recap basically what I said in that video. So here's Blake the Badger, from the original Popgoes game from, I believe, 2016 or 2017. I think it was 2016. But basically, Funko, in making this plush, they didn't contact Kane Carter, the creator of Popgoes. So they kind of just went rogue on this guy. And for some reason, they used the design from the original Popgoes game from 2016, not the remake Popgoes Evergreen, or I guess reimagining, coming up by Kane Carter. Looking really good, by the way. So yeah, this is based on the classic version, and rather than scrapping it, they just decided to do a limited run of it. So this guy should end up being the rarest of the set. So that's probably your best reason for wanting to get him. I think I was a little overexcited in my last video. I think I'm actually going to move his ranking down to 8 out of 10 instead of 9 out of 10. Mostly just because there's like a whole lot of printing, and also the fact that the ears are printed while those are embroidered. I don't know. But yeah, I'm giving him an 8 out of 10, kind of retconning, I guess, what I said in that video. But yeah, still really good plushie though, and I definitely recommend picking him up because he's definitely going to be rare in the future, probably rarer than these guys. I'm not sure though, but because he's the only one actually still in stock right now. So they might have actually made more of this guy than these guys, because there was some whole thing about the GameStop underestimating how many people would buy them. I don't know. It was a whole thing. But yeah, so we got Blake, 8 out of 10. Probably the worst plushie in the set, but that's still not a bad thing. He's still an 8 out of 10. That's really good. Now we're going to start off with, well, not start off with, we're going to continue with Popgoes the Weasel. So here we have Popgoes from Popgoes Evergreen, which isn't actually out yet, at least at the time of making this video, but it's basically a reimagining of the original Popgoes game, where he's from. I guess let's review this guy. So this might actually, I'm being totally honest, might be one of the best Funko plushies ever made. This thing is really good. I guess let's just start off with the positives. So for positives, this is like easily the biggest thing that stands out to me, the vest. Wow! I'm so happy that this isn't printed or anything. They actually went out of their way to make a vest, which is made out of the hat material, which I think works well. On the back, though, they have this thing where it kind of like attaches, so the front isn't attached, but the back is. So I think that's actually really smart design choice, so it doesn't like move around in the back when you hold it, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I think it's a really smart design choice. You got the little green bow tie. I love this color of green, by the way. I love Popgoes' just design in general, or the newer version, because of the way it uses green. It's really nice. And they even printed the buttons, and I mean, yeah, they're printed, but like, I don't really care. Like, embroidering this probably would have been really hard, so I don't mind the printing at all. And in case you're wondering, the stomach material is actually a separate material that's not printed, so nice, very nice. We've got the snout, which is actually different from other FNaF snouts. This one's more like squished in rather than being big, and I think it gives them a good like weaselly look. Got these, which are embroidered, and the nose, which in the original image I actually thought was printed, but it's actually a separate material, which is very good. I was really worried that this was printed, but no, this is more like, I would say like Springtrap's nose from all the way back in Wave 2. So I think, I don't really mind because, you know what, it means no scratches on the nose, so works for me. We also got the beautiful embroidery on the eyebrows and the eyes. I love this color of green for the eyes. It's so good. I love it. Oh my gosh. Also got the really nice eyelids. I think those look very good. You got his little weaselly ears. They're like a different mold than any type of ears Funko has done before, so that's nice. And they're embroidered with a different material and not printed, unlike some people. Of course, he's got some little fangs down here, which are absolutely adorable. I love it. They kind of flop up, but I mean, you can still see them, so I don't really mind. He's also got a little weasel tail, which is just amazing. I'm so happy. It's amazing. This guy's got a surprising amount of detail going on in the back. Most Funko plushies are just nothing on the back. So it's nice this guy actually has a bunch of detail on the back too. And the hat, I don't know if Funko's always been doing this and I'm just now noticing it, but it feels like this one's more like round, less boxy and square. It's like more round, and I think it makes for a nicer cartoony-ish look, which I really, really like the hat. And they also made the green strap around it, which, unlike the Candy Freddy plushie, it's not like felt, but it's more like the Toy Freddy plushie where it's actually sewn in, which I personally like more. So yeah, the hat looks stellar. So yeah, this plushie is really, 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 really good. The only complaint that I have with this guy, honestly, is that the face is printed, because it didn't really need to be, because you could have just made this a separate material and you could have made these a separate material. But still, like, you can't really even notice the printing. Like, come on. And the printing is also really, really good. It's like, still very soft. Like, the rest of the plushie is a little bit softer, but the face is still really, 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 really soft either way. And, you know, the printing doesn't really show. So that's really good. I'm really happy that this printing is very high quality printing. So that's good. And yeah, I know there's been some Popgoes plushies that have been looking kind of goofy. I know Funko's quality control has been kind of weird with these guys. Like, I've seen some looking like this, to be honest. But I don't know how I got so lucky, but I think I actually got like the nicest looking Popgoes plushie like I've seen. I don't know, I just got really lucky. He doesn't look like super derpy or anything. He just looks adorable, and I think this might be one of my favorite FNaF plushies of all time. Just one of my favorite plushies. This guy's so high quality. I love this plushie. Super good. Would definitely recommend. I mean, if you can still get them, you know, they're out of stock right now, but would definitely recommend. He's super, super good. Definitely easy 10 out of 10. The face is printed, but, like, who really cares? It still is good printing, and you can't even really tell the color change, which can be a problem sometimes with printing. So, 10 out of 10 would absolutely buy this plushie if it's still in stock. Love this guy. Good job to Caden Carter and the folks at Funko. And for our last plushie of this video, we've got none other than Candy the Cat from Five Nights at Candy's. Honestly, this is just such a cool plush to have, because if I'm being honest, like, Five Nights at Candy's is probably the most iconic FNaF fan game, maybe even like more iconic than the Joy of Creation. Like, when you think of fan games, you just kind of think of Candy, you know? He's just the classic. He's iconic. So holding him now is so surreal. It's like crazy. I just remember all the stuff with Five Nights at Candy's and how cool it was of a fan game. But yeah, so here we have Candy from Five Nights at Candy's. Let's review the positives. So right off the bat, as I was taking this plushie out of the box, holy wow, is this thing soft! Like, for some reason, he's like softer than these guys. These guys are still really, really soft and made of high quality materials. I'd say Blake is the least soft due to all the printing. Popgoes is middle. He's still really soft, like super duper soft. But Candy is like, it's so soft. Like, look at the marks that like I leave as I move my hand around. It is super soft. This is honestly probably the softest FNaF plushie I've ever had. I don't know why this guy's so soft, but I don't mind at all. And I mean, it works for his character because, you know, he's a cat. Cats are all soft and fuzzy, so I love this material. Very high quality. We got the eyes, which are like a kind of brownish gold. I was looking at some images to see if this is actually the right eye color, and turns out I'm pretty sure it's some sort of kind of like darkish, like really darkish red. But personally, I don't mind, because in the images, when you look at them, you can kind of see how Funko got this color. So, and it looks good on candy, so I don't really mind that much. It's not like super inaccurate. It's just like a slightly different shade. But yeah, either way, the embroidery on the eyes is still super beautiful, and the eyelids as well. And you got his little eyebrows too, and the cheeks are embroidered, and the what do you call it? The freckles are embroidered. And one thing that is super awesome about this plushie is the like super minimal amount of printing. Like literally the only printing on this entire plushie is the lines on the tie, which personally I don't think they should have included, because even though it is more accurate, those are only there on the animatronic, because like it's an animatronic and there's like segments of the like, you know, plushie wouldn't really need the lines on the tie. But I digress. So yeah, there's like no printing on this plushie at all, and this doesn't like really count. Like, come on. They're all separate materials. It would have been a total Funko move for them to just print out this whole thing around Candy's face, but no, they actually made it a separate material, which is really good. I'm so happy that they didn't just print it. But yeah, and they also got this little thing where it kind of goes down in the middle. Of course, he's also got his little fangs, kind of like Popgoes. These are more far apart. You got his little ears, which are like kind of triangular, and they're also embroidered. I literally have no idea why Funko didn't use these ears for Blake and then just change the color, but I don't know. We got the tie, which the tie is kind of annoying because the way they packed it was like this, so the tie kind of bends out a lot. I think it might have been better if they just sewed this down. I think that might have worked better, but I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world, you know. It's a bit floppy, but like, it's not a huge deal. And of course, this is also a separate material for the stomach. No tail, sadly, which I think would have made this plushie like absolutely amazing. Because I know Candy doesn't actually have a tail, but like, there's even a plushie of him in the game that has a tail, so I just feel like that would have added more to the plushie. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice accuracy for just, I don't know what to call it besides chibiness. I'm sorry, that's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, this guy is also super duper high quality. The only flaws I have with him are the tie. I wish this was sewn like that because it's kind of floppy. And mine kind of is a bit goofy. I got kind of a goofy one, probably because I got an absolutely amazing looking Popgoes plush. Like, this one, like, you know, you can see his head kind of tilts, but I think it kind of adds charm to it in some weird way. And the torso is a bit off-center, but you know what? It still looks amazing. Like, these are just minor things. I feel like Popgoes has suffered a little bit more with quality control, but Candy to, like, a lesser extent, I would say. But yeah. Definitely also another 10 out of 10. These guys are both 10 out of 10s. He's an 10 out of 10. I would absolutely recommend this guy. And even more exciting news, there's a leak going around that there's a 16-inch Candy. And if there is, which is from a reliable source, so there probably is going to be a 16-inch Candy, because I don't think they've ever been wrong before about plushies, then I am so excited. I would love to have a giant Candy plushie made of this material. If it's made of this material, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to be so happy. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Would recommend if she comes back in stock. So, what do I think of this wave overall? Fantastic. Funko is having an absolute redemption arc right now. Like, you know, like, it kind of was going down with, like, Sister Location and Twisted Ones and Black Lights and all that stuff. But then, with Pizza Sim, it kind of went up a little bit. And the Security Breach kind of made it go a little bit down. But then, after that, we got the AR plushies, which were really good, and it went back up again. And then we got the tie-dye plushies, which were also really good, so it went up again, and now these guys are... Basically what that weird analogy was supposed to represent is that Funko is kind of getting back to being good at making very high-quality plushies. They've had some history of not being the greatest at quality, but these guys, oh boy, especially these two. Like this guy, the fact that this is the only printing on the entire plushie, this literally reminds me of like a FNaF 1 Gen 1 plushie. Like he could fit right in with the Freddy Fazbear plushie. Actually, let me go get him. As you can see, we've got our Freddy Fazbear plushie here, and look at that. Like they fit in so well, except this one is surprisingly softer than the older ones. Also look at this. Let me just have this as the final shot. Blake, you're just gonna be kind of on the side here. So do I think you should get these plushies? Yes, absolutely, 100%. If they come back in stock, please get them. They're so good. We need more Funko plushies like this. Hopefully, if they do ever make a wave 2, maybe they'll make an Evergreen Blake and a Cindy. I feel like those would probably be the easiest to make, because like Cindy, you just recolor candy, and then Evergreen Blake, you just kind of gotta add some details. And please embroider the ears next time. But yeah, these plushies are really good. I would highly recommend picking them up if you can get one. I don't know if they're coming back, but really good. Remember, GameStop exclusive. You can only find them at GameStops. Not sure if they're actually in stores or not. I've only seen them online. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and expect a video with these 3 lads. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.